my name is Precious Stone, and I am here with the first episode of Just Breathe. I have Thomas Stone with me. Tonight he will be my model, and I will be given different variations of the posture and also explaining the props. So today we have a couple different props that we will use. We will go for about 45 minutes and then give yourself a little time for a Shavasana at the end, which is a little rest at the end of your practice. So today we're going to utilize a yoga strap. I have one that I think is maybe 8 to 10 feet long. You don't have to have a yoga strap. You can also use a belt or a scarf or maybe a loop, a belt for a robe or something similar to that. I also have yoga blocks that we'll utilize, and if you don't have yoga blocks, no problem. You can also use books, you can use pillows or blankets, anything that's going to help fill in that space and make you feel supported in your postures, because that is the idea of the props. I always say they're like your friends that support you. And I will also have blankets, because sometimes people have sensitive knees, and Thomas has sensitive knees. So if we go into any postures where he may feel a little tenderness in his knees, we will place the blanket underneath his knees so that he will feel supported and safe into his postures. And that's the thing, at any time, if you ever feel that you're in a posture or a pose that doesn't feel quite safe or feels injurious, that means you need to exit immediately. Do not proceed forward, step back, reassess, and then you jump right back in. I'm always going to be on you about your breath too. You must breathe. Everything else is optional. So if you're ready, we'll get started. All right, I always like to begin class with just a little stillness and meditation. And I will ask you to come to a seat, whether you're seated on the floor, on a blanket, and you can also use, I have bolsters too. If you don't have a bolster, this is what I'm sitting on. You can also use couch cushions or bed pillows. Those are gonna act like the same thing as a bolster would. So Thomas is sitting on a bolster, and he's gonna allow his shoulders to be over his hips. Your legs can be bent in a crisscross style, or they can be straight in front of you, whatever feels more comfortable for you in this position. You're gonna just allow your shoulders to rest away from your ears. Allow your belly to be soft, and allow your hips just to be rooted into the ground. Allow your palms to either be up towards the ceiling, or they can be down on top of your knees. And maybe a soft closure of the eyes, or look down towards the earth. Allowing this time just to literally drop into this space. Giving yourself time to breathe and be still is the best gift you can give to yourself. Maybe you start at the crown of the head and just allow all the calm and stillness just to trickle down from the forehead. Allow the forehead to be smooth. From the shoulders, allow the shoulders to rest away from the ears. And allow the sits bones to just rest into the earth. And with your next breath, you're just going to take a deep inhale, and you think about 6-second count as you feel all the way up to the top of the throat. And as you exhale, you're going to slowly feel the chest come in, the belly button go towards the spine, and the shoulders come away from the ears even more. Let's take another one. Inhale, belly out, chest expand, throat full. Exhale, empty the throat, chest falls, belly goes in, body calms. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Hold it at the top. Exhale. Slowly let it go. Last one. We'll invite a little movement into the body. We'll begin with a few neck rolls. Bring your chin to your chest, right ear to right shoulder, head back in the left ear, left shoulder, chin to chest. And then taking that rotation as slow as you'd like to go. Maybe you feel or hear some snap, crackle, pops in the neck. And if there's any spot that feels a little tender, maybe you just hang out there for a moment. And let those muscles get acclimated and warmed up for your practice. So today we're gonna take on more postures that are restorative and deep stretch. So this is just a little time to settle into your practice and allow for some really good breaths as you are acclimating. So let's go counterclockwise, left ear to left shoulder, head back, right ear, right shoulder, chin to chest. And again, hang out in those spots that feel a little tight and rigid. Breathe no matter what. Still pressing down through the sits bones, still keeping the spine long as you move. We'll take one more rotation in this direction. And then when you're done with that final rotation, come back through center. Chin level with the floor. For our first posture of the evening, we're gonna go into one that's called butterfly. Because of Thomas's skeletal structure and some of the injuries that he has sustained to his knees, he's gonna remain on the bolster. You can either sit on the bolster, you can utilize a blanket or a block to support your sits bones, and I'm gonna have Thomas bring his legs out in front of him until the soles of the feet come together. Knees bent out to the side. This is a posture where you can also have support of the blocks underneath the sides of the thighs. That one under the other one. You can put it on the short or the long. This one's the short one. Sometimes the size may be different too, just depending on what your body needs. So this is one where you can walk your hips a little bit behind you if you just need to remove the fleshy parts from underneath you. And then you're gonna grab underneath the pinky toe side of your feet. Once that feels right for you, you're just gonna allow your chin to come toward your chest and fold your body in just a little bit. With this posture, you're gonna feel sensation right along the inseam of your pants and maybe the outer hips. We're gonna be in this position for just a little bit, but your main goal is just to find your edge, that point where you feel like, okay, I can stay here, but it might be just a little difficult. That's your edge. You stay there, you find your breath where you can breathe, and you be still and hold for time. I will set my timer on my watch, so if you see me looking down, it's just to keep us in a safe time mode as we continue on in this posture. So the only thing that I ask you to do is just continue to breathe. Find a breath that feels like it is continuous and sustainable throughout the entire posture. Breathe in deeply. Exhale slowly. And enjoy this time, your journey within. Know that there are no absolutes at any time you feel overwhelmed or you feel like you've gone too far in your pose. Just back out a little bit. Stay in the work. Breathe your way through the sensations that you feel. There will be sensations, some more intense than others. Stay in there. You can do this. breathe. Right at the halfway mark. Allow your breath to be fluid. Allow your exhales to be nice and long. Just another way to calm the nervous system and give your body the signal that you are safe. You are here. And a complete exhale. Last exhale. Fantastic. When you're ready, just release the grip on the pinky toe side of the feet. And slowly allow your legs to straighten in front of you. Awesome. As we rebound, your rebound is in between each posture. You're just going to take a moment for stillness and breath. Maybe you place your hands behind you and just rest into the palms as your chin lifts to the ceiling. If that doesn't feel appropriate for you, you can sit shoulders over the hips. Just find your stillness. You just created a tourniquet effect in the legs. So now the blood, all the oxygen, the prana, everything that life force can flow. And that's when the healing begins. Take a few moments here. Find your breath. Observe what you feel. And just be. Let's take one more breath in this position. All right, when you're ready, walk your hands back in towards your body, shoulders over the hips. And we'll come into our next pose, which is known as dragonfly. And we'll do it in 3 parts. The first part, we're gonna lengthen the right leg out in front of you. Thomas is gonna remain on the bolster. And then the left sole of the foot is gonna come right to the inner thigh. It's a lot of lymph nodes there. That's a spot where your foot can press into the inner thigh, or it can be separated, but I like to say visualizing yourself being in the posture is the first step. So you may not completely get there, and that's perfectly fine. It's a practice, and it's something that we continuously do over and over again. And the right leg is gonna lengthen. If this is too much underneath, too much hyperextension on the right leg, then you can always place a block under here. I don't know which position will feel right for Thomas, but we'll take it on. It can be either underneath or away, but that's always an option. Always an option to put a block underneath the left leg too. All right, so Thomas, you find your position that feels right for you.
Yes.
Be still and hold for time. Breathe. This is one where you may fold forward as well to get more sensation, or you can stay upright. The only thing that matters is your breath. This act of self-care and self-love is so vital to your existence. You have to take time out of your day, out of your busy routine, to give back to yourself. head to the other side. Allow that left leg to go out to the side a little bit. Right sole of the foot comes in. You may have to walk your hips behind you a little bit so you can get the torso and the pelvis in a forward motion. And this time we're gonna go for more of a forward bend. So you can, a couple options, you can bring your block in front of you so you can place your palms on the block, or you can place your palms to the floor and allow your chin to come towards your chest. Once you find that position that feels right for your skeletal structure, just begin to breathe. Always finding your breath in the positions that may not feel so comfortable. Finding ease, finding rest. As you get deeper into your postures, as time goes on, you may feel a little slippage in the muscles where you can go a little bit deeper. Take advantage of that time. Maybe you allow your arms to extend a little bit further in front of you. If you find that you go too far at any time, you have reverence to back off, bring it in a little bit. Usually those indicators are that you can't breathe as fluid, or you begin to hold your breath. If you notice that about yourself in these postures, then you've gone too far. That's why I love classes like this. It's like a self-study. And that's the whole point, self-realization. 3 breaths. So you can stay upright, or you can allow yourself to rest into your palms and your chin lift towards the ceiling before we take on the third part to this posture. Find breath and ease. One more exhale. Walk your hands back in towards your body as we prepare for the third part to this posture. So we're going to go into full dragonfly. You're going to open your legs up as wide as you can without feeling any static, any pull from the beginning, because you want to be able to sustain throughout the entire posture. This is another one where you may have to walk the hips behind you. Maybe try it, Thomas. Walk behind you so you can get your upper body in a forward motion. Bring a block, a pillow, or a blanket in front of you to place your hands on. I always like to inhale and lengthen my spine up towards the ceiling, and then forward fold. Allow the body to come in front of you. Maybe you start with the hands to the block, then maybe your forearms, or maybe your hands go to the floor. Find your edge. Be still. Then hold for time. Allow your breath to be fluid. Just like the ocean. Your time to settle down. Find your cup so that you can pour into others. Deep inhales, using as much space in the lungs as possible. Exhale, as if you are completely deflating a balloon. Try to utilize as much lung capacity as possible. It's very easy to breathe in the upper lobes and not utilize the lower lobes as well. Take this time so to do that. Three breaths. One more breath. Exhale. Alright, begin to just place your block off to the side. Take your hands on the outsides of your thighs and just gently allow the legs to come together with the help of the hands. Really delicate tissue. So for this rebound, you can place your hands again behind you and rest into the palms, or you can sit up straight. Just find your stillness for just a moment. Your chance to observe what you feel. We're going to take 2 breaths here. Walk your hands into your body as we prepare to transition to our next posture. So actually your upper body is going to be rested over the bolster, so you can come off the bolster and make your way to your back. So go ahead and position, you can lay towards me. Go ahead and lay your bolster down, just in the position where you think you would, your upper body would be rested over. And for my people at home, this is a good place where you can use your couch cushions, your bed pillows. Sometimes you may have to stack the bed pillows to get the support or the thickness that you'd like to have. Always allow the cushion, whichever one that you choose, to be right at the corner of it, or the flat end of it to be right towards the lower back, so that you can be supported from the lower back on up. And Thomas, go ahead and bring the soles of your feet together. And your legs are bent out to the side like you're in Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of your feet together like pancakes. Yep. And allow your knees to just fall out to the side. This is a good place to place the blocks on the outsides of the thighs. This time it could be at the medium height. This is the low height, medium, and high. So it just depends on what you need for your skeleton. Put this on your left, underneath your left thigh. And then this one is ready for you right here. So this is a heart opening position. His chest is nice and open. It's also going to give him a lengthening and a stretch in the low belly. So from the low belly all the way through the chest. Allow the shoulders just to rest over the bolster. You're going to find your edge, be still, and hold for time. Breathe. This is one of those postures that forces you to breathe. Heart open, chest open. Like you're treating your body like fine china. Allow the legs to straighten. Option to keep the upper body on the bolster, or you can roll off to your left or right side. Pause for just a moment. Breathe. Gently remove your bolster from underneath the torso so you can press yourself up. And I'll pull it out for you. Set it to the side. Go ahead and rest back. For our next posture, we're going to utilize our strap. Whichever you use, your belt, strap, scarf, maybe the belt to a robe, whatever is accessible to you. You don't have to purchase anything unless you'd like. Just use what you have. Okay, so Thomas is going to take the strap in his hand, and we're going to start on the right side. You're going to place the strap right near either the ball of the foot or the instep of the foot. Awesome. And he's going to begin to straighten his leg as much as he can for his body. So once you get that position where the strap is underneath the foot, you're going to begin to lift your leg towards the ceiling. Lift up. You may have to use the strength in your arms for the leg to come up a little bit more. Come up a little bit higher if you can. And you're going to play with the positioning of your toes. First, point the toes up towards the ceiling and see what that feels like. And then flex the foot in toward your face so the toes are coming toward your nose. See what that feels like. Both positions are going to give you a different sensation. Usually the flex position will give you more of a stretch along the back side of the leg. And then depending on how high you bring your leg, that's going to give you a different sensation too. So as much as you can, even though you're using more muscle activation with the arms, allow the backs of the arms to rest to the earth as much as you can. And this would be a good place if you needed to lay a blanket underneath your body so that your arms and your shoulders could rest. That would be a good support for you. So find that position that feels right for you. Be still and hold for time. We won't be here long. Breathe. And if at any time it feels like when you're lifting straight up that you're feeling a grind in your hip socket, then maybe you bring your leg out to the right a little bit or to the left a little bit. Everybody's skeletal structure is different. Knee doesn't have to be totally straight. Actually, I recommend that you not lock your knee out, but lift your leg up as high as you can. And we're going to take 5 breaths on this side. Feel a stretch on the back side of your leg. Yes, that is the goal. See what it feels like to flex your toes in towards your face. Breathe. Last exhale. Slowly bend the knee and bring the sole of the foot down to the earth. Awesome. We're not going to rest in between sets. Go ahead and switch your feet out. Just kind of shuffle that left foot in. Bring the right out. That right leg can stay bent or it can be straight. I always encourage, if this is new to you, to keep that leg that's not active bent, just to give you a little more space in the low back. And when you're ready, begin to lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. And this side may feel totally different. Our bodies are not completely symmetrical, so each side of the body is going to feel a little different, and that's okay. This gives you time to be able to connect and identify that within yourself. So play with the positioning of the toe on this side, point the toes, flex the foot. See what gives you the best feel on the back of the leg. Find your edge and hold for time. Breathe. Slightly bend the left leg. Bring the sole of your foot to the earth. Release the strap. bent. Maybe you widen your feet so that the outer edges of your feet are towards the outer edge of your mat. And then allow the knees to come in the center to touch. It's gonna give you relief on the outer hips, give you a chance to breathe and recuperate in between postures. As we head into our last posture of the evening, which will be Banana Asana. I'll scoot out just a little bit. So go ahead and remove your block, your strap from around you. Place it to the side. Go ahead and lengthen your legs. Reach your arms overhead as if you're like doing a big afternoon after your nap. Stretch, reach, point the toes, reach the arms. Awesome. And then when you're ready, begin to walk your ankles towards the right corner of the mat. And you're gonna begin to feel a slight stretch along the left side of the body. So the same thing with the upper body. Move your upper body towards the right corner of the mat. So you can cross the left ankle over the right. And you just think about your body being in a banana shape. Your arms can be in a goalpost, or they can just rest side by side, whatever feels right for your shoulders. Remember, you don't want these postures to feel injurious. You want them to feel, you want to feel some stretch, but you don't want to feel like you can't hold this posture. So find your edge that feels right for you. Be still and hold for time with breath. Opening in the thighs and the obliques, chest, maybe feeling it all the way up through the forearms and the fingertips along the left side body. We have 3 more breaths on this side. If at any time you feel like you want to find more sensation in the posture, then you just allow the legs to come more to the right or the upper body to come more to the right. Anytime you lose that sensation, just allow those micro adjustments to give you what you need. Cross your ankles, walk the legs back into center, walk the upper body back into center, and then head towards the other side. You're going to bring your ankles to the left corner of your mat. Now your upper body towards the left corner, banana shape. Option to cross the right ankle over the left, or leave them side by side. Start your time. Your edge, be still, and hold for time. Breathe. to the left a little more, or stay right where you are. Last exhale. Begin to uncross the ankles, walk the legs back through center. Upper body comes back through center. Find stillness for just a moment before you head into your final resting pose. For your final resting pose, you have a couple different options. You can bring a pillow or bolster underneath the backs of the knees, or you can rest your upper body over the bolster or the pillows. Whatever feels right for you. Here's your bolster. This is going for the knees. And we'll hang out here for maybe a minute or so. Just this time for the body to process everything that you just asked of it. Allow your arms to come down to your side. Allow the back of the neck to be long. This is Shavasana, dead body pose. So allow your body to be really, really heavy. Allow your breath to just nourish every part of the body that you just moved and accessed during this time. Visualize yourself closing the door to all the past events. Now you stand at the door of new opportunities, new experiences, new endeavors. And you take that on with grace. Take 2 more breaths right here. Bolster from underneath the backs of your legs. Slide it out to the side. Gently roll over to your right side. And pause in the fetal position for just a breath. This posture of rebirth, renewal, rejuvenation. Now place the left hand on the floor to allow for help to press yourself up to a seated position. Closed eyes or eyes downcast towards the earth. Come back to that crisscross style. Feet, shoulders over the hips. Spine long, chest lifted. Go ahead and place your hands right outside of your hips. Fingertips press into the earth. And on your inhale, you're going to lift your arms up towards the ceiling in a circular motion. Allow the fingertips to touch in the center. And as you exhale, sweep your hands back down. Touch the ground. Bring your hands to heart center, thumb to the breastbone. Press in just a little bit. Find your heart center. It was truly an honor to practice yoga with you today. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace. see you all again soon. My name is Precious. Just breathe. Take care. Bye-bye.